Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just kind of wanted to do get ready with me and a chit chat, and that is it. So it is Saturday. I'm going to be running a few errands today, so I kind of just wanted to put a look together. Nothing fancy or schmancy, but so let's just go. Let's go. I have all my brushes in my cup. Some are dirty, some are clean. So face is already clean. It is moisturized. Skincare is on, and I am about to put on my, I'm gonna put on my primer. This is Milani Prime and Shield, and let's go. I have big pores, so I like to find primers that will fill them. This one does okay. It's my first time trying it out. I just recently got it, but I don't know if it's something that I would repurchase because it's got that, it's a silicone. I don't know, like that silicone substance. And I don't know if I like that or not. I just don't know. Especially my skin being like oily. But it just says face primer, mattifying primer. That's the reason why I got it, mattifying. So I'm gonna let that sit. I like let my primer kind of sit for a little bit. And then I am going to I do my eyes first. I'm an eyes first kind of gal. So I'm gonna use this Milani eye primer. But let's talk. I'm gonna try not to make this video like super long. I know that I've been off the grind for about a month, but I mean, honestly, that's sometimes typical for me. But in this case, my mother had metastatic breast cancer, and the good Lord decided he wanted to take her up. So she passed away 2 days after her birthday. I'm going to be using this Beauty Bakery Proof is in the Pudding palette. Her birthday was July the 14th, and she passed away July the 16th. She went on to be with the Lord. Her whole cancer journey was about 6 years, and it's to me it's really, I'm gonna use this. If I don't mention something, I apologize. I'm gonna try to have it in the description bar below, but I'm gonna use this color. This is a very everyday natural palette. I love Beauty Bakery's items because they don't have a lot of the bad things in it, and they're paraben free, and I love their mattes. I like the shimmers, but the mattes I like even better. But I'm gonna use this Nana Pudding color. It's kind of like a tan color, just to set the primer on my eyes. But anyways, her cancer journey was a span of 6 years. It is rough. Jesus, the devil is a liar. Something fell. It is rough watching your parent go through cancer treatment, surgery, chemo, radiation, body changes. Like, it's a lot. So you have like the physical aspect of going through cancer, and you have the mental aspect of going through cancer, and I'm telling you, it was rough. But I also will tell you, I'm going to go with this orange color. It's called Mango Pudding. I also will tell you that my mother, to me, I feel like she went through the whole process like a G. Like an OG. Like a gangster. Like, she went through this whole process like a gangster. I'm putting this as my transition color. But I mean, like, she did not stay down. She was up, moving and grooving. She had her days, you know, she was tired, out of breath, but she handled the situation like a G. She never really got debilitating sick. to the point where she was like hospitalized for a long time and throwing up or all that jazz. I mean, I'm telling you, this woman, it started out in her left breast and then it moved to other parts of her body, and it's so hard. It's so hard watching your parent go through this. And it moved to her brain. I'll tell you this much. It did move to her brain, and I did not know this until we had to experience this. But there's a barrier between, I guess, this area of your body where if they're administering chemo to get rid of cancer from your neck down, it's not going to get, or not from here, but like from your brain. The chemo is not going to get into your brain. So if you have cancer in your lymph nodes and it seeps, metastasized, moves to your brain, the only option for that is, for the most part, radiation to blast it. And mind you, you only get to do radiation 2 times. So it moved to my mom's brain. Only like, I think 2 parts or 3 parts the first time. I'm gonna go in with this color right here. It's called chive pudding. It moved to her brain. I think it was only like 2 areas or 1 area. So they blasted that and got rid of it the first time. But because it had moved to other areas in her body, she had to continue taking chemo right afterwards, in which she would have been on chemo lifetime. So the area that it moved to, there was no way of surgery or radiation, because she hit her max on radiation in that area. So chemo was needed for the rest of her life. And again, when the doctor explained that, that's hard. Like, you're telling me my mom has to be on chemo for the rest of her life in order for her to still be here? Who wants to be administered all that foreign medication in their body for the rest of their life? So my mom was a trooper, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all this. That was one strong woman, because most people who went through her situation probably wouldn't have been able to handle it. Because, I mean, let me just flat out just tell y'all a quick synopsis of everything without like talking too much. But I got my eye shot on my eye. But started in her left breast. It was aggressive. She's triple negative. They had to remove that breast. They did chemo, the mastectomy, and then radiation. Then it came back in her incision. So mind you, I thought mastectomy means that you're good. You get rid of that breast. Like, it ain't no coming back. I'm about to take this blender brush in this really dark color. It's called Warm Cocoa, and put it in my outer corner. There's no coming back. You know, you Gucci. I literally thought when you have a mastectomy, a full like mastectomy, you're getting rid of all the tissue. You're getting rid of all the tissue. She had 2 lymph nodes affected, either 2 or 3. I think it was 2. Those were removed too. That you Gucci, you know, you good. No, the cancer came back in her incision area from the mastectomy. Okay. So that is a little heart-wrenching. That's a little depressing. Because mind you, the first time my mom went through this treatment, I was living with her at the time. So I was able to take care of her. I'm the eldest child. I was able to pitch in a little bit more, you know. Well, by the time it came back the second time in her incision, I had moved to Ohio, you know, because I'm literally like, okay, well, you know, she done had a full mastectomy, chemo, and radiation. We're just gonna pray on it from that point on. Mind you, I was praying, but I should have prayed even more. But a lot of things, when you're pushed out of your comfort zone, when God pushes you out of your comfort zone, it pushes you further in a relationship with him so that you can give him the glory. But so anyways, it came back. I'm like talking and I'm trying not to cry, and I'm trying to actually get a look out of this whole let's chat situation. But anyways, mind you, it came back in her incision area, which freaking sucks. So she had to get another full mastectomy. So mind you, she's already had one mastectomy. She had to get another full mastectomy, taking out even more tissue out of that breast that was, my impression was already gone. This is why I like also the brand Beauty Bakery, because the owner, she's gone through breast cancer too. So, you know what I'm saying? I give props to those strong women who can just keep it moving and grooving. I'm taking Beauty Bakery's liquid eyeliner. So my mom went through some issues, not mentally, but just, it was a hard time. It was a hard time to gather the fact that she had her breast cancer the first time around, and then the second time, and you got to get rid of more breast tissue. Like, what the heck? So she had a full mastectomy. It was hard. It was hard. I'm not even going to sugarcoat the situation. She did good. She took the surgery like a G. Again, took the surgery like a G. She had drains that needed to be changed, which me and my sister did. My sister did more of that because she was there at that time. She had moved. She was done college and back in Indianapolis. So my mom rehabbed. She went to physical therapy for her lymph nodes in her arm because she lost mobility in her arm and stuff. Then after that, back to chemo. She was not able to get radiation any further at that point because you have a max of radiation that you can have in your chest, or your chest will cave in, or you can't breathe, or all that jazz. So, and even when she did have the radiation, I mean, it completely tore up the color of her skin. But it did come back, but it's like, jeez Louise. I'm about to use this Essence mascara. This is Lash Princess. So anyways, thought we were done with that trip. Then the gosh darn thing moves to her lungs. So at that point, it had metastasized to her lungs. The whole game plan changed. Mind you, we had already changed surgeons from the first surgery to the second surgery, and then at this point, we changed medical oncologists, and I think we changed radiation oncologists too. Like, I feel like some doctors just, you can't be insensitive, and you gotta have level of empathy. And I don't care if you're a surgeon or not, and you're made to have this hard exterior, you still have to have a level of empathy towards the patient. So did a couple surgeries, back on chemo, and metastasized to her lungs. So that sucks. And then at some point in the journey, she had developed a partial lung collapse, which was crazy. So then she had to go to the hospital for that. Whew, when I tell you that woman was a soldier, again, I'm gonna say strong woman. That's what my mom was. She was a strong woman. I'm kind of going out of order because usually I would have had my eyebrows done. Anyways, then after that, it moved to the brain. She did the radiation on the brain, and then it came back to her brain. My Lord. Then she had a full blast irradiation of her entire head. And where it was at in her brain was in the back of her head, that's where your eyesight is. So she was having issues with her eyes. And my mom, again, I'm going to phrase her as a strong woman, because she did not let hardly anybody outside of her 2 daughters, she had a son, but she didn't even let him know everything, 2 daughters, her husband, her support group, and maybe a few close friends know the full situation. And even then, you know, she still didn't let everybody know the full situation. So she had another round of radiation, and in this round I saw a little bit of what I did not or was not prepared to see. And my mom, it did affect her, like physically, not physically, but just like one round, it was so strong that it knocked her out for a whole weekend, and she couldn't even remember what she said, what she did. My mom is very particular about her bed and likes it made and clean. That bed wasn't made. She was laying in any old way. Like, I was like, dude, this is not my mother. So that was hard. I don't even know, what am I doing? I'm gonna try to speed this up because I don't want it to be super long. But so this past July, I went home. Well, my mother had a PET scan this past June, I think. And in that PET scan, it was no favorable results. Like, the gastron cancer had moved like literally everywhere in her body. Like, my poor mama. Like, she did everything that she thought she can do. She, you know, put a lot of effort into her relationship with God and strengthening her relationship and listening to the word and praying and fasting and taking out, you know, anything that was not of God. She really didn't want to be around. She didn't want to be around a bunch of mess. She didn't want to be around, you know what I'm saying, nothing that was not of God. Like, she, like, her relationship with the Lord heavily increased. One thing I kept pushing her is, when you're a soldier for Christ, there's many things that we have to do. To gain our relationship to God, and to be a minister. I don't know, but one of the things is you need to be able to witness. God will bring you out of stuff. He will bring you through stuff and out of stuff with the purpose of witnessing. Because when you witness, you're showing who God is. You're showing how God does his wonderful works. So that was one thing that me and my mom were working on. And, you know, I could only do so much encouraging. My mom had to take that step for herself. I'm gonna use a NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and this is in mahogany. So that was one of the things that we were working on, was witnessing. She was working on it. Like, I mean, my mom was doing everything that she can to get herself together, back up and running. Oh my God, this won't pump out. So yeah, my mom was doing as much as she can to get herself back together. Guess I don't need this. I mean, she was, you know, A, focusing on God, and then B, she was walking. She was doing smoothies, not as much as she wanted to do it. So I went home on the weekend of her birthday, which was July 14th. It was a very hard weekend. A very, very hard weekend. The first night I got there on Friday. Me, the husband and the kids, and she wasn't, I noticed a change in her then. Actually, I noticed a change in her beforehand. And I forgot to mention, she was put on hospice maybe like 4 weeks before her birthday, and I was there to interview facilities, which that was hard and that was a process. And my mother really did not want to go on hospice because she, at that point in her mind, was like, "This is it. This is, y'all not. This is final." So she was very not happy about that process. But anyways, so when I went home on her birthday that Friday, I can tell she was different. She was trying hard, but she couldn't walk great. She was stumbling all over the place, barely making it to the toilet, had accidents. And you guys, when I tell you, taking care of an adult parent full-time, that's not easy at all. Like, at that point, I was already gearing my mind up. She needs somebody there 24/7. So anyways, my dad left to go to work at 4 something in the morning. I was still asleep, my kids were still asleep, my husband was still asleep, and I can hear somebody calling my name. And she had fallen downstairs by the steps. The way she was positioned, it didn't look like she was that she fell going up the stairs, but it looked like she fell going towards the stairs. Mind you, falling and you have cancer all over your body, it's not a good thing at all. At all. So I think because she had fallen, it had really juiced up the cancer in her body. Like, really. And from that point on, her health went down tremendously. Like, that whole weekend with me looking at my mom and losing her right before my eyes. Like, this is Mary Kay concealer. This is not really my color, but I can't find the one that is. So anyways, I literally watched my mom fade before my eyes. I stayed with her the entire weekend. I stayed with her the entire, weekend pretty much. Like, I left to go to a graduation party a little bit on that Saturday, but my dad was with her. My sister, of course, she was in and out too. But Saturday morning, I stayed with her in the bed all day. She could not get up to go use the restroom no more. And that was hard. So I had to literally make sure that she didn't get out of bed because she was going to fall. And then she really just stopped talking. She stopped opening up her eyes. She wasn't grabbing our hand when we would hold it. Sunday, I stayed in the bed with her all day. And mind you, Sunday was her birthday. And she was not really responsive. She didn't talk. I had to put an adult diaper on her and change that literally every 10 minutes. And my mom's body was dead weight. Like, her legs, she was not moving. Like, she was some, but not really. Sunday at that point, we had called hospice to get her a hospital bed because it was hard to maneuver her in her bed. So we got all that set up. I think that was set up Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah. Got her situated, and oh man, again, it is hard losing. I'm using my flower power powder from Beauty Baking. Losing your mother, or any parent at that, it's hard. So she passed away. She passed away in the comfort of our home, my childhood home. And she passed away gracefully. She passed away with prayer. I prayed over her. Family prayed over her. I never expected that to happen that weekend. Like, period. I just didn't expect it, period. I didn't even believe it when my sister called me, because I had just went back to Columbus to work. I didn't believe it when she called me and told me my mom had passed away. I was like, yeah, I need a minute. But she was prayed over. I read the Bible to her Sunday. I just stayed with her pretty much the entire day. Like, I only left the room to take a shower and grab food, and I ate in her room. Like, I stayed with her all. All right, y'all. I'm trying really hard not to cry. I'm trying hard. So, anyways, that was that. Losing your mother is not easy. I am struggling. I find myself going to the store. Me and my mom like to shop, or just that was our pastimes most of the time. And I'm struggle when I'm at the store. I'm gonna use this Urban Decay all-nighter spray or powder. I struggle going to the store because I cry while I'm at the store. I'm so used to picking up the phone and calling her because I don't live in the same state as my parents. Struggle bus with that. So, man, I was eating a yogurt or took my kids to go get frozen yogurt yesterday, and excuse me, Jesus, struggle bus with that. So pray for me, because I know, you know, God has a purpose for everything, and I don't doubt that by any means. He has a purpose for everything, and I'm here. And I am going to continue. This is an eye brush, and I'm gonna use that chai pudding. Continue to, you know, push forward in my journey with Christ, and I will see my mother again. I just, you know, I wonder, like, when they're in heaven, when they look down, if they remember their dad. You know, I'm her daughter. You know, because I know heaven is like a beautiful place. And, you know, I just wonder if my mom remembers. I'm gonna take that warm chocolate color too. But I am the oldest, and I'm taking my Kali bronzer. It's the deepest shade. I actually really like this bronzer, but I'm the oldest, so it's hard for me. I know it's hard for my siblings. Hard for my dad, hard for my mom's siblings, sisters, and hard for my grandmother. I mean, to this day, I really am like, dude, do I really have to, is this real? Like, am I really having to go the rest of my life without my mother? I mean, one hand, I'm like happy that she doesn't have to do, I'm gonna use this Tarte Achiote blush. Happy she doesn't have to do chemo anymore, any radiation anymore. I have to fear, you know, I'm seeing her scans. That's one thing, like, that woman, whenever they told her she needed a scan, boy, she go in that mode of like, oh my God. But I'm gonna miss my mama. I mean, I find that, what am I, you know what I'm saying, like, a lot of things, especially, like, a lot of things I gear towards doing it with my mother, like, and then my sister, like, you know, she was there more so middle to end. I was there from the beginning to middle, so physically I was there mentally, and mental encouragement is just as heavy as the physical, and like physical being there physically, if that makes any sense. But anyways, I'm gonna use this pure highlighting palette, this color right here. But my mother was my sister's routine, you know what I'm saying, during the week. Is it showing up? She was my sister's routine, so it's gonna be different for us all. I do, like, I had a hard time. Leaving my dad. Like, we have a big house. It's like, my dad's all alone, and mind you, I don't want no other woman filling that void at the moment. I ain't ready for all that. I ain't ready for all that at all. My mom tried to talk about it one day. I was like, woman, if you don't stop, what am I missing? I did everything? Did I? I did everything. I don't really want to put no mascara on the under eye. I'm gonna use this Tarte pencils and bronze, like an old pencil. Okay, I think that I did everything. I didn't even realize that I did. Take some of this chapstick off. I'm gonna put some of this Milani Power Lip and Cream Coffee. So, anyways, that's just my talk, you know. I'm trying to get back in the groove of things. I'm trying to keep myself busy, but busy in a positive way. Busy. I've been still increasing my relationship with God, and I'm not just going to increase it. I'm going to start ministering it. Like, I'm going to start sharing the good works of God more than I did before. Putting that out there now. Because I can't keep, like somebody said, a girl following a girl from my childhood put on her Facebook, like, live. She was like, I can't keep the good, like, I can't keep the fullness of God in me. I gotta share it. It's not meant for me to keep it in. I gotta share it. So that is a lot of what I'm going to be moving forward with. But this is my get ready with me. I will try to put all the products down in the description bar. I am hoping to get back in the groove of things in a positive way. I miss my mama. I miss her so much. So I think I did pretty good in this video without crying, because I was getting there. Anyways, thank you for watching my video, guys, and please come back.